Welcome to the 20 Sides podcast. This is a Beyond the Sides episode. This episode is Ordella Story Part 2. So if you've not heard Part 1, make sure you go back and check that out so we can keep everything in line. Thank you so much for joining us as we follow Ordella through the steps it takes to lead her to Yaros, Leona, and Seven. We hope you enjoy.
On last week's Beyond the Sides, Princess Ordella of Dyer's Rest fled Willowfall Castle. Her trusted protector and member of the princess's guard, Baron, and her handmaid Millie caught up with her outside the city walls. After deceiving two guards hot on their trail, the trio made haste on foot through the grasslands outside of Dyer's Rest and headed north toward the eastern pines. After a day or so of travel, Baron ventured from their campsite to scavenge for food. Meanwhile, Ordella and Millie wandered off in search of their own food, but unfortunately got lost. And that's where we begin. Welcome in to Beyond the Sides. This is our companion show dedicated to backstory adventures, world-building lore, and character motivation. And you turn around and you don't see the camp. Now, granted, you know to look for a tree. There aren't a ton of trees out here, but you look and you don't even see the trees anymore because you've walked far enough. Don't see where you put your stuff down, and you look around and you don't see Baron either.
So, Millie, where are we?
Oh, I was about to ask you if you knew where we were.
Do you see Baron anywhere?
Nope.
Well, I'm sure he'll
Do you see?
He usually just finds me.
I feel like we were near a tree.
Oh yeah.
There's not very many trees, so we can. Which one looks the best?
Should we just turn from where we are in the other way and just start, or should we yell?
I mean, we could yell. I don't even know where he went.
Baron.
Yeah, he always listens to you.
Baron?
He doesn't listen to me.
Isn't she just yelling Baron?
Okay.
In the middle of this grass.
Yes. So, Baron, you make a perception check at disadvantage.
I'm not really yelling.
So, at disadvantage 10.
You don't hear her. You're still grabbing some berries, pulling some twigs,
Taking care of business.
doing what you set out to do.
Yeah, exactly.
While they were doing what they set out to do and failed.
Yeah.
I mean, Ordella, you might just have to scream a little louder.
Jeez.
Really? We're in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I mean, maybe you just have to make it sound like you really need help instead of just something like minuscule.
Baron! Baron! Baron, please come help me. I'm lost and I'm scared. My face still hurts and nobody will tell me what's wrong with it. It's like sticky now. When I touch it, it
Stop
hurts.
touching it with your finger,
Well,
you dirty
it
hands.
hurts, Millie. Someone would help me.
Baron, make another perception check.
Oh, at disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll give you a normal right now because she's yelling.
I'm also shaking things around.
18.
18. I will say you hear them off in the distance. But also, actually, give me your passive perceptions. What is your passive perception?
Mine's a 13.
Oh, 13.
Okay, so 213. Out of the grass, about 25 feet away from both of y'all, pop up. Their waist is about the height of the grass. They're small. They have these dog-like, almost like super tiny dragon dog-like creatures that pop out. They both hold up these spears, and you just hear, and they throw spears at you.
Oh, no.
Both of them. So one throws at Millie and rolls a
He's not friendly.
19 to hit Millie.
Oh, no. I'm 14.
And you're going to take 3 damage as this spear, he flings this spear forward. It flies through the air. and it scrapes against your abdomen.
Ow.
Millie?
And the other one comes flying forward at Ordella, and it is a 16 to hit.
It hits.
You're going to take 5 damage.
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine?
As it just releases it,
Baron!
come flies forward,
Help us!
and it jabs into your arm. Now we roll for initiative.
Get your bow out. Let's, we practice, but for real.
12. I got a 12.
17.
8.
So it'll be Ordella and Baron, you roll for initiative. As you've heard these creatures screaming.
20.
He is so
Baron to the
protective.
rescue.
Now, when you say
He's
creatures,
so mad at so many things right now.
yes, he's like mad at all the life decisions he's made.
All right, Baron, you are, I would say, golly, you were in the other direction. So I'm going to say it's going to get you, if you use your full dash, it'll take you 2 full turns to get to him.
Oh, okay.
Because
So I'm pretty
y'all
far
walked in
away.
the opposite direction.
Right,
And you just
yeah,
heard
yeah.
her screaming.
Okay.
So we'll say first turn, you're just booking it to them. Okay. All right. Ordella, you are up.
Okay, I grab my bow.
All right.
I'm gonna try to hit the one that hit me.
Yeah.
It's rude. 9.
A 9.
Plus 5.
That hits.
Okay. 5. And when she hits, she's just like so happy, like proud of herself. Just like, wow.
Like, woo, we high five each other.
Yeah. We did it in the wild.
In the midst of
Yeah.
battle, you hold out your hand crossbow, you eject the bolt, it flies forward, hits this kobold in the neck, and you hear a little gurgling, falls down limp on the ground. Do you want to move? Do you want to do anything else with your turn? You can use your bonus action, because you have crossbow expert,
Yes.
to shoot another shot.
Yes.
Yep.
A 20.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Dang.
Roll double damage.
Woo. Double damage. 5. 2. 7 plus the 3.
10. So
Oh.
you unload your crossbow on the first one, hit it in the neck, then you immediately turn, reload, shoot forward again, and the crossbow bolt hits it right between its eyes. As its eyes go in the back of its head, and it falls down on the ground, and you don't hear any more creatures.
Honestly, Baron is gonna be so proud of me.
I know, that was so cool.
I go over and like make sure it's dead, like with my crossbow, just kind of like.
Oh
Hit
yeah,
it.
it's
As
just limp.
they see Baron standing with his hands on his hips,
So dad.
Like the
just staring them down like,
the babysitter.
what are you doing?
We found you.
Ordella killed them.
I'd be proud of you, princess, but I told you to stay back there. These things wouldn't have bothered you.
Well, we were hungry.
Yeah, we were so hungry.
Well,
We
look what
rarely
I've
went
I've
anywhere.
got, and I show him like
and
all
we were
the,
so bored.
you could have been hurt, and I'm supposed to protect you,
Honestly,
and I can't
Millie did get a
protect you
little hurt.
if you're running the other way.
Yeah, we both got a little hurt.
Exactly.
So
He's
now
and
what?
so now Baron's just like pissed. He's hard walking back too.
Oh
Yes.
no.
Millie, should we
Okay.
follow him?
Yeah, I think we should. We don't make him any more mad. And he has berries.
Berries. Baron's berries.
I have got berries. Come on.
So y'all head back to camp.
Oh.
You eat up, get your nourishment, taking your long rest? Okay. Who is going to be on watch in what order? Or are you just all too exhausted and you're all just going to sleep?
So the way I see it is I'm going to be on watch while they sleep. So then we probably wake up Ordella last.
All right, so go ahead and give me your perception check as Ordella and Millie lay down and find sleep quickly.
Puts on her face mask. She like puts on all her serums.
The only thing she brought. 15.
Your main concern is the creatures that you just fought, even though the guards and whoever is after Ordella is in the forefront of your mind. What's a little bit more in the forefront of your mind is what just happened. You wait a couple hours and it's quiet. You hear the wind blowing through the tall grass. You hear a few animals moving that Millie and Ordella didn't see to kill because they rolled so low on their survival check. But nonetheless, your watch passes without incident. You wake up Millie, and as you go start to head to sleep, Millie, I need you to make a perception check.
21.
So you're a little shaken up. You just got speared in your abdomen. So you're awake, you're ready. Same thing. Nothing happens during your watch. It passes without incident. You start to doze back off, but you wake up Ordella first, and then you doze off Ordella. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
11.
Not quite as good as them, but you've had a little harder last couple days. At times you find your mind wandering, thinking about what just happened back at Willowfall Castle, and then you have to shake your head and get back to make sure you're scanning the horizon. You're the last watch, so you get to watch the sun come up. Baron and Millie, y'all eventually wake up as the sun is beaming in your eyes. The day is yours. You're about a half a day, 3/4 of a day outside of the Eastern Pines.
Aye, let's work our way towards the pines. Find something that we can settle in and just kind of get a grasp on what's happening here. Let's get going.
So we do this now for forever?
Like I said, let's get a grasp on what's happening and we can talk once we find somewhere that we can settle.
Give me survival check as you are moving, and then give me one person or two, whichever one you would like, to do perception checks to kind of scan the horizon as you're going.
I got a 17 survival.
I got a 19 plus 1.
Wow.
I hit that crit on survival.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
We are
Gosh,
That'd
we're
be
gonna
20
Y'all get there in like a
okay.
quarter of a day. Y'all are like
Right.
we could be on
perfectly
Naked and
straight
Afraid.
line.
And then we need to do perception.
Yeah, give me a perception.
Not so perceptive.
13.
9 total.
Y'all are focused.
8.
Hey, so y'all are really focused on knowing your direction, not as focused on what's around you. But nonetheless, it is a peaceful day. You don't see anyone. You don't hear anyone. You eventually get to the line of pine trees that are just enormous in front of you. The weather is getting colder as you move further up north. As you get into the pines, y'all are looking for some form of shelter or some form of clearing that you could build some type of shelter. As you get in there, everybody give me a survival check to see what you can find.
17.
Wow.
14.
3.
3.
Millie's so mad she came.
Millie trips.
Oh, Millie is like
Getting into the
accident
pines.
prone, has no clue what's happening.
So going from the grasslands where the grass is a foot or two tall in probably most areas to the pines, which are just, the forest floor is just covered with pine needles and there's not a ton of vegetation. You get to the edge of it, you walk in, and you just pick a direction. And you start walking. You find a pretty decent clearing that you think, okay, we could make some type of shelter here that if we're gonna stay a little bit more long term. You put it in your notes, and then you walk for a little longer and you come across a small but seems well kept. It's not a hut, it's not a shack. It may be a 2-room house, maybe just 1 room, but it is all wood. Looks like it's clearly made from the pines that are surrounding it. It's in a very small clearing. There is a small chimney with stones. There's no fire roaring from it. There doesn't seem to be any light on inside.
Right, you all stay here. I'm gonna go check it out, see if anybody's inside. Start to walk up.
All right.
I turn to Ordella and I say, let's go too.
Go where?
Let's
oh,
go
in
look
there?
at the house. Yeah, let's go look at the...
But we are going. Well, we
I
will
turn
find a
around
bigger
and
house
just
for us,
give
right?
them the eye. Like, I can hear you talking. Stay where you are. So I'm just gonna go like, is there windows I can peek in? Is there
Yeah, there. So there are 2 windows in the back, and there's one window in the front.
So I'm gonna go to the front first.
Okay.
And just see.
Just peek through.
Yeah,
Give me a
just-
perception check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You look inside. There is a fur rug on the ground. Can't tell what animal. The window's not super clear. I mean, this is like blurry glass. There are some chairs. There is, you can see where the fireplace would be. It looks like there's nothing going in it. There are some ashes in it, no sticks, no logs in it. You do see some logs kind of stacked up to the side next to the fireplace. You see like a wash basin to one side, which may be some type of kitchen area. And then you see a door that would be maybe a bedroom or something, but it's closed.
Can I tell if it's lived in, or does it look like it's...
Yeah, so it doesn't look, with that high of a roll, I'll say it's really dusty. It doesn't look dirty in the sense of like crap is everywhere, but dirty in the sense of just hadn't been cleaned in a long time.
So I turn to them and, Ordella, Millie,
Yes.
please stay where you are. I'm gonna go inside.
We could come with you.
Could, shouldn't. Please stay where you are, and I'm gonna go inside. I'll be right back. And then I kick the door in.
Okay, give me a strength check.
You're in.
14.
You kick it, you can tell it was locked, but it busts through the door frame and the door swings open, and dust just puffs up from everywhere. The floors are wooden, but they're just caked in dust. That back bedroom is shut. You stand there and listen for a second, and you don't hear anything.
So I turn to them. Ordella, Millie, come here.
I mean, you told us to stay here. Are we staying? Are we
Millie.
coming to you?
Millie, come here.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're
And I
coming.
walk inside,
Can we just have side sessions?
I know, expecting them to follow.
Okay.
It obviously, with all the dust flying everywhere, and it looks like it hasn't been cleaned, I don't think anybody's here.
Are you going into the back bedroom?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to investigate.
Okay,
Because, I mean,
okay.
it's small, right?
Yeah.
I'm
It's just a
investigating
two-room.
the entire
I feel like
place.
while they're investigating, I look into the window or something that I can kind of start to see my face. And I'm just like, what? What? Well, what is on my face?
I mean,
Guys, what is on my face?
Ordella,
I think it's a scratch.
Just-
Just a little scratch.
come in here. We'll talk about everything.
Oh,
would just come in
my
here.
gosh.
But just prepare yourself.
No.
It's very dusty and dirty in here.
Oh,
I think this
no.
is
Oh my
going to
gosh, I
be Baron's
think-
house, though. I think we'll find a different one.
We will have a bigger house. Oh my gosh, Baron, look at my face.
Ordella,
It's
calm
so
down.
sticky.
I mean, you can't
Come in,
keep
we'll get
touching
cleaned
It's
up.
it.
hurting.
We'll get you cleaned up. Come on in.
I just
I
fall
need
to
to
the
take a
ground.
look.
I'm not going in there. I'm on the porch. I am devastated.
Millie,
I will
look
say,
after her.
What is wrong with my face?
as soon as you walk in, this waft of just like decay hits all of you. It just is just rancid. I mean, it just smells
stinks.
Like somebody
Yeah.
had pork chops that they didn't put in the refrigerator. and
yeah,
it,
but
like,
that may have sat out
for
for like
a long time.
4
and then-
weeks.
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm going to investigate. I'm going to go into the other room.
Okay.
I'm going to see what all's going on while Millie is...
I'm just crying. I'm crying
Okay.
after everything that
Millie
happened.
is just consoling.
My face, the smell, it's too much.
Ordella.
My investigation is a 0, so 14.
Oh, I thought you meant
Me
you rolled
too.
a 0. I was like,
oh my god,
golly.
I'm going home.
I was
Okay.
like, how's that possible?
I can't do this anymore. I'm going back to the castle.
I start walking away with my thumb up. Like,
yeah. So you're going in, you're investigating. With your 14, you look around and there are rotted vegetables and some what maybe was salted meats are rotted at this point over in like the kitchen area. And you look around the quote unquote living area where there's a few chairs, there's like a table that's really poorly made. There's that fur rug there. There's the fireplace. Doesn't seem to be anything of, interest in there. You open up that bedroom door, and as soon as you open up that bedroom door, I want you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, no.
Aaron, I'll kill you if you die.
23.
Wow. So you've smelled this smell before because you are the in the princess's guard. You know what death smells like. And as soon as you open this door, I mean, the waft of human decay hits you in the nose so hard. I mean, it almost burns your nose, and it takes everything you can not to just retch and throw up on the ground right in front of you. But on the small bed, it's a very small bed, you immediately notice a gnome that is dead. Blankets pulled up over him, There's some paper sitting on a little bedside table, and there's a chest of drawers in the room. Other than that, it's a very bare room. But it looks like, I mean, you can make a medicine check to see potentially how he died or how long he's been dead, but you can tell like he's been gone for a while.
What about the papers beside the bed?
Yeah. So you go over and pull it up, and it's some scribbles about wanting to learn these ancient languages that are now out of use, that people don't speak anymore. And the name Zalcom keeps coming up on these papers.
Hey, it's rough in here. Losses. So stay out there and I'll get it cleaned up. And so I'm just gonna grab him.
Okay.
And is there a back door?
I'm just wailing.
There's not a back door.
Okay.
Close him out the window.
So I'm just gonna grab him and walk him out the front. But Baron is kind of true to himself and to everything, and so he's gonna bury him
Okay.
like he's supposed to.
Very honorably. Okay. So do you want to bury him in the front, the back?
We are.
We're gonna bury him in the front.
So you find a few tools
Next to
laying
me?
around. Yeah. Right
While
next
I'm
door.
Not
wailing?
next to you, but
Actually, both of y'all make a Constitution saving throw too, as he's walking past you with his body.
don't barf.
No. 11.
11.
Wait, where's my plus? Over in this side? 8.
So Ordella, as soon as he walks past you with this dead gnome body, and its skin is rotting at this point. It's just skin just falling off
Ew.
of its, and the smell. And as soon as it hits you, it gets in your mouth. You just can't control it. You just turn around and just hurl into the grass in front of you.
Poor Ordella.
Yeah.
Hold it together. As I'm walking it down the stairs.
You off as you walk.
Yeah. So you take a few minutes, or longer than a few minutes, to bury this gnome body. You've got the shelter. You can spend some time cleaning it up, doing what you need to do to make it livable again. And then a few years pass. 3 years, to be exact. 3 years of Millie tending to the house and tending to Ordella. 3 years of Baron tending to the farms and the livestock. 3 years for Ordella to think about what transpired at Willowfall Castle all those many nights ago. 3 years to think about her family and think about her mom. But 3 years to be thankful for Baron's guidance, for Baron's father-like qualities, for friendship with Millie. But then one evening, probably around 5, maybe you just finished dinner. Millie's cleaning up. Baron is smoking a pipe on the front porch. Is that what Baron would do?
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what he's always wanted. It comes a storm, and it's raining hard. About 20 minutes into the storm, you see a Baron, since you're on the front porch, smoking your pipe, enjoying the storm.
Love a good storm.
Where am I at?
Where would you like to be? Do you want to be sitting beside Baron on the front porch?
I have a black rock in my hand that I tend to pull out and just kind of fiddle with. Runs between my fingers and
So as the thunder is loud, you see a few lightning strikes every once in a while. A man, this guy's got a big hat on, starts walking directly up to this house of y'all's. And he gets maybe 15, 20 feet away from the house. And he just says, I'm sorry. The rain is so heavy. Do you mind if I take shelter with you all for just a little while?
Sarah, inside.
I'm scared. So I just rush inside kind of. But I keep trying to look. I'm looking out the windows just on the porch.
Hey, what's your name?
My name is Asher. What is your name, sir? Do you mind? May I sit next to you?
Hey, the name is Ryan.
Orion,
What do you need?
I just want to get out of the storm. Once the storm passes, I'll be on my way. I'm heading to Crow Reach.
If you'd like to sit on the porch, that's fine.
That's all I ask.
Sure, you can join me.
This man walks up. As he gets closer, you get a look at his facial features a lot better. Just a human, scruffy beard, not too long, got longer hair, looks a little greasy. The guy's soaking wet. He's got this big leather coat on. Doesn't look to have any weapons on him or anything like that. And he sits down next to you and he says, I really do appreciate it. Heading to Crow Reach, I'm hoping to join the watch. Where are you all from? Are you all from here? Did you...
Hey, we've bounced from place to place over time. My daughter Sarah, who just went in, and her aunt that's inside. We bounce from place to place, and so we are from here and there. Really, nowhere we'd call home.
Well, I understand that. I feel very much the same as you do. I've been around from time to time and from place to place, never really staying in one place too long.
Were you born here?
Oh, no. I was born in Aylford.
Oh. When were you born in Aylford?
Oh, goodness, that's probably been about 65 years ago now.
Did you know any McLaughlins in Aylford?
McLaughlins? I don't believe I did, I'm sorry.
Couple good men, McLaughlins, from Aylford that I used to know. But it's been long time.
How long ago?
I would say probably 35 years ago.
I left there about 50 years ago, I believe. 45 minutes pass. Hour passes. Rain is still coming down pretty hard. And he says, have you ever been a part of a watch or a guard at all? I'm heading to Crow Reach, and I'm going to try to join the watch. I didn't know. You look pretty muscular yourself. I didn't know if you knew anything about that.
Hey, no, stayed out of things like that for most of my life if I could. Like to farm, like to keep up things around the house, and keeps me big. Thank you for noticing. But no, I have no idea of that life or anything like that.
You ought to go join. You look like you could move up quickly.
I'm happy with my family. The girls here keep me good company.
Well, that sounds good. About that time, the rain lightens up a little bit, and he says, well, I really do appreciate your kindness, and I'll remember it if I ever cross your path again. Thank you so much.
Hold on a second.
Yes.
And I poke my head in the door and I say, Sarah, give me some of that bread, please.
Millie? Where is the bread?
I got some right here.
Oh, thank you.
Fresh.
Oh, the freshest.
Fresh out of the
Fresh or
oven.
freshest?
Just give me some bread.
She grabs it off the table and runs out, and she's like, here you go, Baron.
I hand it to him. Say, enjoy your travels.
He grabs it and he says, I really do appreciate it. Kind folks like you are harder to find nowadays. Y'all have a great evening. He turns around. He heads off.
And I step back inside and I make sure everything is... I didn't get a good feeling. So I make sure everything's closed up. And
That was our freshest bread.
Sometimes you appease, keep people on your good side, leave them with a good taste in their mouth and send them on their way.
Well, who do you think it was?
I don't know, but we haven't had many visitors.
And that's it for this week's Beyond the Sides. Don't forget to check out our campaign 20 Sides, releasing every Monday wherever you find your podcasts. As always, be sure to follow our socials at 20 Sides Pod, and we could never do this without the atmospheric background tracks from tabletopaudio.com. We will see you around.